Hey everyone, John the Fox here to let you know that, contrary to popular belief, a Soul Level 1 run of Dark Souls 1 with no damage taken is in fact possible. But before I explain how, I'd like to explain the purpose of this video. See, I have not completed this run, and as far as I know, neither has anyone else. In my case though, I simply lack the technical skill and experience of the game to be able to perform this run at current point. After all, I just completed my first deathless run of Dark Souls, so this run's a bit out of reach right now. And so, I wanted to share this, so that if someone else out there has the skill and desire to complete this run, then they can. And if that person is you, then by all means, use anything that you find useful in this video to help with the run. I would personally love to see this run completed and know that I had some small part in it. I mean, Dark Souls has been out for 13 years now, and we're still discovering new things, new ways to play the game, breaking new ground and finding new levels of challenge, and I relish the chance to be a part of that in any way whatsoever. So without further ado, here's the problem and solution to Dark Souls 1 at Soul Level 1 with no damage taken. Now, the reason that most people think this run is impossible is because a level 1 character lacks the intelligence to cast the fall control spell. And there are 4 locations on the any percent route where without fall control, the player has to take fall damage to proceed, which would disqualify the run. But what if the player didn't have to take that fall damage? Well, as it turns out, there's a trick that we can use to negate fall damage in all 4 of these locations. And since fall damage cancel is considered a minor glitch, it is allowed in an official no damage run, per Zero Hit League rules. This trick itself is called a mid-air roll, or a meme roll. To perform this roll, you must be within 25 to 29% of your maximum equip load, non-inclusive. I personally tested this on SL1 with both a 12.5 equip load and 14.0, so this should give you a usable range with the equipment you have available in your run. Once your equipment is set, simply roll off a ledge and spam the roll button while falling. This will cause your character to roll in mid-air, and the iframes from this meme roll can negate falling damage. Pretty simple, right? Okay, so here's the 4 locations where you need a specific strategy in lieu of a fall control spell, and how to do it. First up is Anor Londo. Just before the painting room, the player must drop down onto a balcony. By landing on the railing, you can reduce the distance of the fall enough to avoid falling damage, or if you'd prefer, you can perform a simple meme roll. There's really not much to this one. Then again, after the archer section, we have another balcony drop, but landing on the railing is not an option this time. Still, this is an easy meme roll to perform, and it shouldn't give you much trouble. The next is a lot trickier. The catacombs. If you don't want to fight your way through this entire area, you'll have to make 2 very tricky meme rolls back to back. For the first, you need to go over the side at the very end of your roll animation, so you can perform 2 mid-air rolls. Then you need to move quickly before the respawning skeletons or exploding skulls catch you. Stand at the very end of the left side of the broken walkway and roll at this point here. Once the bone wheel drops down, you'll need to perform 1 final meme roll against the wall, and then you're ready to go see Pinwheel. Once you've entered Pinwheel's boss arena, roll just before the tile at the edge of the ledge. The iframes from your mid-air roll will last through the cutscene and negate the fall damage that normally occurs right after. Just don't get hit by any fireballs while you're celebrating. That would be pretty embarrassing. Up next is Nito's boss arena. In order to perform this roll, you need to start almost a full roll distance away from the ledge, so that you start falling at the end of your roll animation, just like in the catacombs. This will provide you the time to do 2 mid-air rolls, the second of which will negate the fall damage that normally occurs just before the Nito cutscene. And finally, the Duke skip. For those who may not know, this skip is actually required for no damage runs, contrary to the rules for no hit runs, so you have to do this if you want to do this run. The problem is that being in medium load, which is required to meme roll, makes it very difficult to get on the railing of the lift, since being in medium load slightly slows your movement speed. I found that it was easier to start in light load and quickly equip an item while on the railing to get into meme roll range. After that, you do the normal Duke skip roll and meme roll onto the railing. This honestly makes the second part of the Duke skip a bit easier in my opinion, but it makes the first part, getting on the lift, much more difficult. And there you have it. Combine this with normal SL1 no-hit strats, and you have a perfectly valid SL1 no damage run. So again, I'm John the Fox, reminding all of you to never stop believing in the impossible. With enough time, enough effort, and yes, an occasional stroke of luck, you can do anything. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time.